Hey guys, welcome back for today's comic unboxing video. As you can see, I got a pile of boxes which came in, which are containing all kinds of different comics from different eras, different series, and I'm thinking about splitting it up into two different videos, so I can dive into the comics a little bit maybe for some comics and I'll see how it goes. Just gonna push this backwards and start off with the box on the top. Seems like a pretty big box, but it's probably only going to contain one or two comics, I think. Now, even though I do know which comics I ordered, these boxes have come in over the past 2 weeks or something like that, and I was just too busy with making videos of Transformers unboxings, so I didn't have time to make these videos. So the boxes shifted around a little bit and I don't know which box was which, but I think this is gonna be a comic which I already do own. I think that's this box, but I'm not sure. And I have that comic lying here as well, so I'm gonna compare the two and see which which one I'm gonna keep. But it's actually a different box, so yeah, there you go. For those who know, these are gonna be Amazing Spider-Man comics, you could probably already tell. First volume, which is a series I do have pretty high on my priority list, so I'm always looking out for new additions to the collection. And I ran into these and they look pretty damn good, so I just had to grab them. And they are Amazing Spider-Man 127, 128 and 142. And like I said, they are looking pretty good shape. Let me just take one out. They are somewhat similar in quality, with this one having the most spine ticks, I think, as far as I can see right now. Let me just take this one out of the bag, the oldest one of the bunch. You can see some creases right here. Let's see if I can't really show it in the lighting, but there are some creases on the spine right here. Some ticks, but also like more heavy creases, which might be pressable, I don't know. And the white is off color a little bit, but nothing bad. Vulture, which was also clear from the cover. Art by Ross Andrew, one of my favorite old school Spider-Man artists. Some Mary Jane, some Miles Warren as well, who will later become the Jackal. And some Harry Osborn, Flash Thompson, and Mary Jane, of course. Very nice to own, very happy with this. And let me just open this one as well. Some creases right here on the side. Can't really show it in the lighting, but there are some creases, but no tears or anything. Pretty good looking comics, I have to say, for the age they were printed in, and it's 1975. Spider-Mobile, Mysterio, and again art by Ross Andrew. Kingpin, of course. The guys have the Daily Bugle. Even some Green Goblin. Or that might just be an illusion from Mysterio, actually. Yeah, they might actually all be hallucinations because I'm seeing the Jekyll, Morbius, Lizard and Doc Ock as well. And some guy who I don't know. But yeah, very cool, very nice. Pretty old, Amazing Spider-Mans. And for the next box, and these are 2 issues of the Defenders and 2 issues of Luke Cage Hero for Hire. I have Defenders higher up on my list than Luke Cage and Hero for Hire, but I do sort of collect these. Mostly because I like Iron Fist more than Power Man, but so I think they combined the 2 series starting from Luke Cage Hero for Hire, Power Man, issue number 50, I think. But yeah, I ran into these. You don't see them very often, probably early 70s as well. And yeah, this one has a little bit of damage on it. Corner right there. Let me just open this one. Issue number 7. Must be the oldest one I have of the series. Now, apart from the damage at the bottom, it looks pretty good. I mean, some bluntness on the top. The ink is a little bit disappearing on the top. Some thickishness going on right there. Little stamp at the bottom. Nothing bad. Written by Steve Englehart and art by George Tuska and Billy Graham. This is Missy Knight, I guess. Or is it? No, this is not Missy Knight. Might be Night Nurse, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not that familiar with the supporting cast of Luke Cage's comics and stories. No idea what that mask guy is. Even though I'm not that familiar with this, it's still pretty cool to have, so I'm very happy with that. Issue number 7 and issue number 11 of Luke Cage Hero for Hire. And then the 2 Defenders comics are issue number 6 and issue number 13. This seems to be Sal Buscema art. Just gonna open this one, issue number 13. Against the Squadron Sinister. I could already tell that this just has to be Sal Buscema, because his Hulk face is very iconic. He didn't really develop his own personal style here yet, but it might be due to the inker. But you can see the elements and starting off his very own iconic art. Pretty cool. Now, as for the next box, I think that's the one which came in first, and I think I know what's inside. It's going to be a couple of issues of the same series, and it should have a number 1 in here as well, which I had been looking for quite some time, never owned it. I did it in the Dutch translation, but not the American version. And I think it's going to be inside this box. Very excited for that. But I might be wrong, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it is that series. That's very cool. It's issues of Web of Spider-Man. Now, back when I was a teenager, I used to read the Dutch translations of the comics, and I actually had a subscription on Web of Spider-Man. Two of my friends who were brothers, one was collecting Amazing Spider-Man, which was called Spectaculaire Spider-Man in Dutch. The other one was collecting Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, so I figured, well, I'll just go and collect Web of Spider-Man, and that way we can just exchange the comics and stay up to date with all the stories in over the 3 series. And eventually I got subscriptions on those 2 other titles as well. But yeah, Web of Spider-Man also has a nostalgic, brings back a nostalgic feeling, memories. So I got issue number 27 right here, 24, 25, and we go to 16, and 23, 13, 14. They all look pretty good. I do see some damage right here, but it's nothing bad. Don't think it's even color. Oh yeah, one. Yeah, they are color breaking, but I already have that issue probably. There's a couple of lower issues which I'm missing. Issues number 12 and 11. Number 10, classic cover. Might be Sinkwich actually, I don't know. The straight lines do sort of resemble that. Issue number 9. Issue number 8, Charles Vess. Number 7, don't think I have this one yet. Issue number 6, which is a connecting cover with an Amazing Spider-Man issue of the same time during Secret Wars 2. And you would have the same building made out of gold collapsing, and then have the black costume Spider-Man on the Amazing Spider-Man, I think. Issue number 5, number 4, issue number 3, number 2 twice, newsstand and direct. And then we have issue number 1, which looks in a pretty good shape. Apart from this little scrunchiness right there. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy to own this one now. Very nice. I'm just gonna open one more box and then leave it at that for this video. I know which one this is, and it kind of goes along with earlier issues I already unboxed, so I'm just gonna open this one. So it's pretty messy. This ain't gonna work. because you could feel through the packaging that this is going to be a graded comic. And it's graded by the European Comics Grading or Grading Company. Which in the past I've had varying results with. They graded it as an 8.7 and it is Amazing Spider-Man issue 179. An issue which I was still missing is it's a one issue gap in my collection. At least it used to be, because now I do own it. 8.7, and I can see some damage on it. From the looks of it on the outside, I would definitely not give this one an 8.7, very close to a 9. So I think that in the next video I'm gonna start off with cracking this one open and taking it out and see what it should have been. It's probably more like a 6.5 or something like that. It looks discolored, a little bit dirty. But yeah, we'll see about that in the next video. I got 4 more boxes, 2 small ones and 2 larger ones. And yeah, this comic, I'm gonna be opening it, start off with that, and then dive into the next video or into the next comics. I want to thank you guys for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys for the next video. Later!